So, Aston, what was on your list? Do you just remember your list vaguely? Like, what games were on it?
I have my computer up right now, so I can just open it
Welcome
up.
to episode
Hey.
33.
Yeah. No,
Hey.
4? 3?
I am not even keeping track.
Yeah, none of
I'm
us.
tired.
None of us.
34. Okay.
Great. Super.
This has to be the most boring day of this game ever. We don't get much humor going.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, because now we have to grind.
8 episodes of people enjoying us getting stuck.
So much for that, hey, finish it the next 2 weeks thing.
Yeah. So
That's kind of why I never tell people things until I actually finish it. You just never know what BS can happen. It's like in Xenoblade. It's like, hey, I'm close to finishing the game, and then I get hit by a boss fight that drives me insane, and I just give up.
God.
So,
yeah. My list was World Gone Sour, Magic the Gathering, Duel of the Planeswalkers 2013,
okay.
Mark of the Ninja,
Okay.
The Darkness 2,
Okay.
Journey,
Alright, yep.
Halo 4,
Okay.
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale,
Okay.
Mass Effect 3,
Okay.
Walking Dead,
Okay.
Fez.
So, one thing I've noticed is Walking Dead is in everyone's but Nick's top 5.
Well, Nick, granted, probably hasn't
played
much
it
of
yet.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying anything about Nick. I'm saying it's something about that game. Is what I mean. Like, holy
If it's on
shit.
That's
everyone,
going to be
if it's on everyone's top 5, that kind of gives you a pretty good idea of how the actual list is going to turn out.
It's
at the
going
end
to
of
be
the year.
between, speaking generally about the game industry and the journalists that are putting together the list, it's going to be between Walking Dead, Mass Effect, and Dishonored.
I just hope
Far
that
Cry.
I just hope that this game doesn't
Far
start
Cry's
the
pretty
whole.
big. And,
Far Cry's pretty big. I haven't seen anyone really talk
and
about it.
I know Giant Bomb's going to have XCOM. I know on Twitter last night, Alex Navarro said the Game of the Year shit got cutthroat as fuck. So,
Really?
yeah.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing, though, is that Walking Dead turns out to be the top thing for a lot of people. I'm kind of a little bit concerned at what it's going to do to the game industry when everyone realizes, hey, the gameplay's so shallow, but look how well it is just because it told a great story.
Point-and-click adventure game. That's what I have to say. That you can't fucking blame that game.
I personally,
Okay, so the alternative they had was, okay, let's make a traditional point-and-click adventure game where you go to every screen, collect all the items, and rub everything on everything to solve the puzzle. Because that was their other option for making a point-and-click adventure game. You know, and that's all that Telltale makes is point-and-click adventure games. So, you know, that like, you know... Like, I'm not going
I
to...
personally found it was like too shallow for my liking, but
Oh.
yeah. Like, I like a story-driven game, but there needs to be at least some level of depth to gameplay also. So yeah, basically point-and-click adventure games are not for me.
Yeah. Okay, so everything down here will not give us...
How about we leave the room and come back, and then that way we can just grind better
Yeah.
that way, instead
I
of
wonder if
just
that
like,
works.
okay, let's fight useless monsters that get us nothing.
I wonder if that would work.
I'm pretty sure it has to. They have to respawn, right?
Should.
Yep.
Alright. So, yeah. But yeah, so Anthony, what was your list? Do you remember it?
I remember it.
Go, tell us.
Okay. Number 10, I put Trials Evolution.
That's going to be, I think, one of those games
God.
that is definitely a competitor in best game to watch other people play.
Or
Yeah.
most unintentionally hilarious game because you need to every time watching those crashes. Just
Yeah, like that game.
watching other people crash is hilarious.
That game sold me on best game to watch other people play when they did it for the Omegathon at this year's PAX, and everyone was just riveted, just like oh. Yeah, just definitely one of those games for sure.
Yeah. Number 9. Oh, what did I put at number 9? I don't remember what I put at number 9.
I'm gonna find out myself. Because I'm there.
Great. I'm gonna look at it so that way I can actually commentate.
Yeah. Alright.
See, that's the problem. You need to re-upload.
Yeah, well, no, I can't. I don't have the Word or Microsoft Word thing, so it won't, when I upload it, it's just gonna upload as a file.
Do you have Open Office?
Well, where's the file?
I don't have Office. I have LibreOffice.
Well, it should say it has
Download
a
Open
dot.
Office. It's free.
You're free.
LibreOffice is the same as OpenOffice.
Okay, then why can't you save it as a...
I don't know why.
Did you go File, Save As, and check file extensions? Yeah, just open it up again.
Here.
Take a look.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. That's why I put shit. Check this. Let's fix the extension here.
Save it as a docx file.
Oh, I want to so hard. Fuck. Okay, I know we can beat this thing.
Yeah, just so you use that format. You're going back to that giant squid thing again?
Yes, I know we can beat it.
Okay.
Yeah, fire is super effective.
good.
I'm gonna fire that bitch. Does she have
That's
anything that's
better.
fire?
Yep,
Alright.
that's better.
Let's open this up.
Oh, this recording session sucks.
Well, we're waiting for your list.
No, like, today just kind of sucked because we got stuck.
Well, yeah.
In general.
We were making really good progress too. That was the real bummer part.
So much for the easy difficulty mode, it didn't work.
Yeah, man.
So
That
like,
didn't help.
and if it unlocks very easy, then we just look bad.
Okay, Anthony, number 9, Diablo 3.
Okay, that's kind of
What was
I
number
thought.
10?
Number
Trials
10.
Evolution.
I said
Okay,
Trials
yeah, sorry.
Evolution. So basically, yeah. I played Trials, definitely liked it. They even put a Ghost of Your Friends run, so you get obsessed with trying to beat their times. So, yeah. So number 9, I had Diablo 3 because I never played Diablo before, but I liked it. Kind of felt shallow, though. I understand there's a lot to the game, but even when I was getting one shot, I wasn't really... I was trying to use all the mechanics, and some of them didn't really feel too interesting, but hey, it was good.
Right.
Looked nice, and really, probably the worst thing about that game is probably the online DRM thing, because when I played the game, I had a hiccuping internet connection, which means that lag spiked every time I need it when I need it most.
I had a really hilarious lag spike during the fight with the Butcher that saved me
So-
because I was about to die and it teleported me out of the fire.
Oh, nice.
So,
Alright.
so way to go.
Okay. So that's the other 3. I liked it. At number 8, I have World of Warcraft Mystic Area. Good game. Definitely still does the whole, hey, Blizzard definitely knows how to make a game that you will hardly ever run out of things to do. So,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Just my main problem is that's pretty much the same experience I'm having with Cataclysm, which is like, okay, kill 10 of this, walk that way. Okay, now that you're done here helping us, let's go in that direction and do the same thing again. So that's probably what it feels like. Still good though. See, number 7 is Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform. Most fun racing game of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, that makes me want to play all racing games this year.
Yeah, I
'cause that seems-
played Forza Horizon. Didn't really feel like it was too great though. Rally driving just kind of fun. I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, but felt that after playing it for a day or two, I felt like I've experienced just about everything the game already had to offer. And driving fast in that game doesn't really feel too fast. So, Sonic All-Stars. Yep. Number 6 is Dragon's Dogma. 2 things really like. First off, you get to climb the monster to kill it,
Oh, I really want
which
to
is the
see-
correct way to kill a giant monster instead of, oh, I don't know, standing on the ground and whacking at its feet all day.
Cough, cough, Skyrim.
I
Cough,
really want to see
Other
you
cool
play that
thing,
game.
the pawn system, self-learning AI, really cool. Kind of feels like, you know, the teamwork perspective is really there. Kind of like I like the last 10-20% of story events and voice acting. They put a lot of effort into that. Number 5 is I put Walking Dead.
Alright.
Probably the most flawless kind of story execution I've seen this year.
Okay.
Like I said, gameplay is too shallow for my liking, which is why it's at number 5 and not like number 2. Still very good though. Did a very good job with that. Number 4, I have Mass Effect 3.
All right.
Probably would have been number 2 or number 1 if I watched them by it. Then Roz is probably saying how good it is. Yeah, I didn't have much to say other than, yeah, it's more Mass Effect, it's a good game, they improved it, the blandness is gone, Galaxy in Peril, that kind of stuff. Number 3, this is the one that's gonna get everyone. Get a lot of people angry. I put Madden at number 3. I put Madden NFL 13 above Mass Effect 3. Because when I played Madden, I lose a huge amount of time with it, and I get obsessed with trying to find the perfect defensive strategy.
That is a good Madden, I think.
And so because of that strategy element, I played it excessively. So. Number 2, I have Xenoblade Chronicles. Played in small pieces, but it is a really, 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 really deep RPG. So deep that I couldn't even play. I didn't even use all the gameplay mechanics in it. Music is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. It's that good.
Wait, which game?
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, really?
Xenoblade. It has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Partly because one of the guys who wrote the soundtrack on that team, on the composer team, also did the music for Chrono Trigger.
Okay, yeah.
So they had some genius people there.
Oh, God damn it.
What
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, the adventure. You know how in a lot of games you only experience a section of a world, like say something like Oblivion, you only experience Cyrodiil.
Boom! Jesus
okay.
fucking
All right.
Christ.
Yeah, okay. So basically, you know how in Oblivion you only experience Cyrodiil, right? But it's not like the entire world. In Xenoblade, you're experiencing the entire world. It feels like you're exploring the entire planet. That's what it feels like. Every region just kind of feels like, wow, it feels like I'm going through different continents. That was great.
All right.
Let's see. So,
By the way, any word on that making this boss fight any easier?
That's all he got.
He just says, oh, just buff up Gabe to finish the fight. It will probably work.
Okay, that's great.
That's really stupid. Yeah. And at number 1, I have The Last Story. Gameplay is actually quite intense considering it has major problems. And I think The Last Story is a great example of how narrative, music, and art combined can create an experience that is unlike any other and no one can ever match it.
I think it's a good video game. I liked it so far.
Yeah.
I'm not that far in.
Yeah, I also really like the plot. Execution is effectively... It's pretty much almost flawless. Localization is very, very good, but... Yeah, what stood out to me was just like, this thing, it just felt like a game that I will never get anywhere else. Like, if you played something like... If I say, hey, I can play Forza 4, I play Forza 4, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a racing game, but the experience is like, it's a simulator, and I also can get my simulator experience in the form of Gran Turismo 5 as well. And same thing with shooters, it's just like, yeah, I got some Call of Duty, but then again, I can experience it somewhere else. It's kind of Battlefield. Whereas in the case of The Last Story, they combine all that kind of stuff to deliver something that you just can't copy. You could try, but it will be nowhere as good.
Playing it reminds me of the earlier Final Fantasies. Take that how you will.
You're talking about Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uematsu, basically the same two guys who did the early Final Fantasies.
Yeah, that's...
So, that, yeah.
It has all the good and bad of that game. So, those games.
Gameplay is particularly interesting too. So that's a brief overview of my top 10 list right there. Not particularly exciting, but yeah.
I'm really bummed that I'm the only person who played Spec Ops. That's just... I'm gonna give Molly a try. How much time do we have left in this episode?
Well, 30 seconds.
Good timing. Well, next episode we're gonna give Molly another try, everyone. On easy this time.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna change anything.
No. But
we'll hope. I'm not gonna use the dinosaur this time.
Okay.